Now available in paperback and Kindle, All About Marilyn. Learn all about the struggles of a faded former teen sitcom star in this absolutely fabulous 5-star screenplay. Get All About Marilyn in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com today. Viola Davis is the new Halle Berry. Now, some would say that your Viola Davis and Halle Berry both have Oscars, but your white supremacy is using your Viola Davis today the same way it used Halle Berry back in 2001. Now, back in 2001, your white supremacists in the media wanted to mainstream the black Jezebel, and they were trying to do this since the 90s with rap and hip-hop. Unfortunately, it never stuck, even though they pushed rappers like H's with Attitudes, your Foxy Brown, and your Little Kim, who all presented a sexually promiscuous image of the black woman, but most black women did not support that image because they were still out here following more positive models like Claire Huxtable from The Cosby Show from the 80s and many other characters that followed in the mold of Claire Huxtable throughout the 90s. And because most black women wanted to still be the black girl next door, they could not make the image of the black Jezebel stick. So the money of those narratives that they tried to push in gangster rap with rappers like Foxy Brown and Little Kim did not stick, and they didn't stick, and they wound up on the fringe. However, with your Halle Berry accepting the role of Letitia Musgrove, your white supremacists were able to go out here and find a woman to mainstream the whole black Jezebel role and bring it back to the forefront. Now, your Vanessa Williams, your Queen Latifah, and your Angela Bassett turned down the role of Letitia Musgrove in Monsters Ball because they thought it was too degrading. However, your Halle Berry, being extremely ambitious, wanted to go out here and use this role to propel herself to stardom. And she took this role not understanding that the white supremacists out here were looking to use this role as a way to mainstream the black Jezebel and bring her back as the main image as related to black women. Now, your Halle Berry, in her greed and her ambition, went out here and took this role in this movie where your Letitia Musgrove basically was a black Jezebel who had gotten involved with the man who had executed her black husband, who was played by P. Diddy Combs, and participated in an extremely graphic sex scene that was on the level of pornography. Now, this whole role that Halle Berry played wound up getting her an Oscar, which was her reward, and white supremacy in Hollywood was basically rewarding Halle Berry because she had given them the opportunity to bring back the black Jezebel in America as the image for black women, because with an A-list actress who winning an Oscar for playing a Jezebel, this was something that opened the door for changing black culture and changing the image of black women. So what your Halle Berry did when she participated in the Monsters Ball movie was it allowed white supremacists to come in and change the image of black women, because now that they had a A-list actress who was a part of the mainstream playing the role of a black Jezebel, this made it where many young black women and even older black women believed that it was okay to be a black Jezebel, and it was okay to go out here and be the sexually promiscuous image that white supremacists created way back in the days of Jim Crow. And as a result of Halle Berry going out here and playing in Monsters Ball, this changed the way black women carried and conducted themselves, because when they saw the first black women who winning Best Actress for playing a Jezebel role, they believed it was okay to participate in this kind of behavior. And in the 2 decades since Halle Berry has played Letitia Musgrove, we have seen the entire image of black women go into decline, and instead of us seeing respectable, sophisticated ladies like Claire Huxtable on The Cosby Show, or many of the other beautiful black women we used to see during the golden age of the 80s and early and mid 90s, what we started to see was many of the images of black women go into a decline, and all we saw were black Jezebels in real life and on screen. In real life, we started to see the rise of the black woman who was out here fighting in the fast food restaurant. We started to see the black woman fighting in the street, and we started to see the loud, argumentative black woman going out here and just constantly looking to look for a fight or looking to cause trouble in some sort of place, whether it be a school, on the street, or a fast food restaurant. The black woman was seen as somebody who was wild and out of control, and that's what we saw in real life. And on the screen, we started to see the rise of stereotypes in things like your Tyler Perry movies, Lee Daniels movies, and like Precious, and that was all again due to Halle Berry going out here and mainstreaming the image of the black woman as a black Jezebel. And we also started to see it on TV shows like Scandal with Olivia Pope, going out here and being a side piece to a white man. So Halle Berry's Oscar win basically mainstreamed the whole idea in black women's minds that it was acceptable to be a black Jezebel, and it was also acceptable to go out here and be sexually promiscuous, be loud and argumentative, and just be completely out of control. Now, with us having 2 decades of these kinds of images in media due to Halle Berry winning the Oscar and mainstreaming this as the ideal for black women, what your white supremacists want to do now is they want to continue pushing the narrative to further degrade the black female's image. And the way they want to degrade the black female's image now that they have turned her into a Jezebel and a Sapphire, which is an image of a black woman who emasculates black men, is they further want to go out here and push on after pushing the Jezebel narrative of making her a sexually promiscuous woman, now they want to go out here and further push it with the Sapphire and Mammy caricatures. And what they want to do now is turn the black woman from a Jezebel that Halle Berry was to turning her into a masculine caricature. So what they want to do now with Viola Davis, another black female Oscar winner, is try to mainstream not only the whole narrative of the Jezebel Halle Berry ushered in. What they want to do is usher in an era where they go out here and try to masculinize the black female image by putting another celebrity up at the forefront and having them mainstream the idea that it is perfectly normal for a black woman to be a masculine caricature. So what they want to do now with Viola Davis in The Woman King is take another Academy Award winning actress and then use that woman to mainstream the ideal that it's okay for black women to act masculine and behave in a masculine manner. And that is all what The Woman King was all about. The Woman King was a movie that white supremacists in Hollywood wanted to go out here and produce, to go out here and push another era of dysfunction and debauchery in black female communities to be the social norm. Because what they want with this movie is to say that it's okay for the black woman to be masculine, it's okay for the black woman to be domineering, it's okay for the black woman to be the one in charge, and black men are supposed to be in a feminized and emasculated role under the subjection of the black woman. So that's what they're using Viola Davis for, the same way they used Halle Berry. And basically what Hollywood wants to do is, again, socially engineer more dysfunction in the minds of black women so that they can go out here and act in a dysfunctional manner, seeing all of the success they have received from Halle Berry going out here and mainstreaming the black Jezebel. Now they want to further push their agenda to masculinize the black woman and make it where she's acting masculine instead of acting soft and feminine. And again, this is something that the white supremacist wants to do to degrade the black female image and promote and sow dysfunction in black communities. Because oftentimes when young black girls and black women see these types of images, they see them as ideals, and then they want to go out here and emulate these behaviors, thinking it's perfectly fine. That's why we see, again, so much of this wanton violence in the streets in many of these videos on social media. The reason why we see all of that wanton violence is because your Halle Berry, over 2 decades ago, ushered in the era of the Black Jezebel with Monsters Ball, and then your racists in Hollywood then used that as a springboard to continue pushing the image of the black woman further down into the sewer. And as people watched much of this media, they believed that this was the way a black woman was supposed to behave, and that's why we started to see all of this craziness on social media, with black women fighting in school, black women fighting in the street, black women fighting in fast food restaurants, black women just acting completely crazy and destroying property. All of this is due to Halle Berry mainstreaming that narrative. And now what your Hollywood wants to do, after pushing stereotypes at black women for over 20 years in films like Precious, which gave us a Sapphire and a Mammy exaggerated, and also shows like Scandal, which gave us another image of the Black Jezebel. What they want to do is now mainstream the whole narrative that the black woman is masculine. And again, all of this is being done because your white supremacists in Hollywood are afraid of soft feminine images of black women, and they're afraid of soft feminine black women. So what the mainstream media wants to do is, again, program an idea in black women's minds. And what's sad is many black women who have bought into feminism for over 60 years are now thinking that the Woman King is about presenting an empowered image of black women. However, there's nothing empowering about this image of a black woman. No, this image is designed to make it where your black woman follows behind your Viola Davis, and as they're following Viola Davis, another Academy Award winning bootlick, what they're doing is destroying their own chances at having a great life. Because when you follow these masculine images, again, these are images designed to make it where the woman is in a negative situation, and it's designed to demonize the black woman so that many black men won't see them as attractive, and in comparison, the white woman appears to be more attractive. Because what the white supremacist wants to do is have the black man focused on the white woman, and the way he gets the black man to focus on the white woman is by demonizing the image of the black woman and associating it with negative traits such as being sexually promiscuous, being argumentative, being loud, and being masculine. This is how they get your black man to stop seeing black women as attractive and get you focused on white women. So this is all a social engineering campaign, and they're using your Viola Davis the same way they used Halle Berry, and they're using her to go out here and make it where your black woman buys into a culture of dysfunction, a culture of debauchery, a culture of perversion, and teaches her not to participate in behaviors that would make her attractive to a black man. No, what they want all the black men to do is be focused on white and non-black women who will appear to be more attractive in comparison, because when black men see the bad behaviors of black women without a counterpoint to show us the out-of-control behavior of white women, like these Karens or these white women who are also fighting in the street on social media, it's interesting how we don't really see many images of your white and your non-black women out here arguing it with black men or white men, or fighting in the street with white men, or fighting in the street with another white woman. But they, again, put this media out here because, again, they want to demonize the image of the black woman. And again, they use faces like your Halle Berry, who was very effective because she was light-skinned and attractive to some black men. But now they're using your Viola Davis in the exact same way. Even though she's dark-skinned, what they want to do is put a positive face on negative behavior to make negative behavior appear to be positive. And they want that negative behavior to appear to be positive because this will start making the black women think that this is socially acceptable behavior for them, and it will also make it look like this is something that men want to see. However, the Woman King was not made by black men the same way your Monsters Ball and Precious were made by your Alphabet Lee Daniels. No, your Woman King was made by white women, and it was directed by a biracial black woman who really has identity issues. And your Viola Davis was a producer of this film, I've heard, and she is, again, supposedly married to a black man, so I've heard. And when I look at your Viola Davis, I have to wonder about her husband's backbone, because, you know, if your woman is out here participating in masculine roles like this and also talking about how she wants to kiss hunky white men, this is not somebody who is on the side of brothers or sisters about producing positive images in media or presenting us with softer feminine images of black women. So I look at your Viola Davis the same way I look at Halle Berry, as the other side of the coin, and both of them are being used by white supremacy as anti-black social currency to promote narratives and images that are detrimental to black people, because the same way that they're using Viola Davis in The Woman King today is the way that they used Halle Berry with Monsters Ball in 2001. And after Halle Berry had starred in Monsters Ball, it ushered in 2 decades of perversion and debauchery, which totally tarnished the image of black women and led to the behaviors of today's modern woman. I would have to say your Halle Berry, your Kerry Washington, and your Viola Davis, and even your Lee Daniels have ushered in the age of today's modern black woman, where many of these black women are participating in dysfunctional behavior, believing it's normal, and promoting this as a social norm among our sisters, where we don't get to see another side of black women, which is the softer side of black women, the more human side of black women, because this media programs them with dysfunctional values and ideas, and there's no counterpoint to present us a different side of black women, because many of the men like Bill Cosby are too old to go out here and produce media, and guys like myself can't get to the marketplace, so we're not seeing that other balance of counterpoint, because the white supremacists control the image of black women now, and that's with the help of their black bootlicks and their supporters. And again, when I look at today's media, again, your Viola Davis is just like your Halle Berry, promoting the degradation of the black female image. Now, if you want to pick up some of my books featuring positive images of black women, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the novel A Recipe for Success, The Thetas, Eternal Night, my All About Marilyn and All About Nikki screenplays, you can find all of those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on Smashwords, the iBook store, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, All About Nikki, a fabulous first season. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meets Clueless in this absolutely fabulous African-American 1990s teen sitcom. Get all 13 episodes of All About Nikki, the fabulous first season, in paperback and e-readers today.